do foolish things sometimes. All of us do foolish things. But I'm not a damn fool. If I see an opportunity to make 350 million in 36 years, why not? I had to do it. But this is the last one. You guys have my word. I had a great career. You know, a great career. I can't complain about anything, you know. I can't complain about anything, you know. Stephen Espinoza, like I said before, and CBS, they gave me the biggest deal in sports history.
You guys know my reputation. I stand by that.
I was going to say, you guys worked together for such a long time. I'm guessing there was like a relationship there, maybe a friendship. Are you a little disappointed about it?
I'm definitely disappointed and surprised. You know, I haven't talked to him about it. You know, I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from, but it's a mystery in a lot of ways.
Hey, yay. We are all gathered here to talk about a case. A pending case. And Stephen Espinoza has responded. A major new development just dropped in the Floyd Mayweather lawsuit saga and story. And I'm here to talk about it. And it's one that adds a fresh and now public voice to a case that's already been dominating boxing headlines. As you guys know, earlier this week, Mayweather filed a suit for roughly $340 million against Espinoza, against Showtime, and people tied to that old broadcast team and deal. He did a 6-fight deal, and he's accusing them of misappropriating his fight earnings for many, many years as instructed by, allegedly, Al Heyman. So today, the former president of Showtime, Espinoza, you guys know Stephen Espinoza, still works with Al Heyman to this day, just not with Showtime, right? He's publicly responded to those claims. According to these reports, Espinoza says he is surprised and disappointed by Mayweather's lawsuit, and he is insisting that he has never done anything to hurt a fighter's interest in or out of the ring, and essentially he's pushing back these legal narratives and claims from Floyd Mayweather. So, should be a good video. I get to do what I do best. If you like it, you like it. Subscribe. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We got to jump right into it. So, I've already kind of went over this, but this matters because Stephen Espinoza, definitely a pivotal name, and his name is listed through the lawsuit. Now, I've already made a video where I went over the suit in painstaking detail. So you guys can find it. I'll put a card at the end of this video or whatever. But Espinoza, Al Heyman, these are central people in the Mayweather story for the closing chapter. He's now like semi-retired or whatever. Mayweather was Showtime's biggest superstar, and they did some very big lucrative fights, including a fight with HBO with Manny Pacquiao, and then the Showtime fight with Conor McGregor, among others, like Mayweather, Canelo, and Guerrero, and all this, right? So Espinoza has spoken back. It was Super Bowl weekend. My team wasn't in the Super Bowl. I'm a Niners fan. Go Niners. Yee! You know, we'll be back next season. But let me know what you thought of the Super Bowl in the comment section. I thought the Super Bowl was kind of boring, to be honest. And it's not because the Niners rival is the Seahawks. It just wasn't a good game to me, right? And I wasn't just saying that because my team wasn't in it. But anyway, back to it. And in the next few minutes, we're going to go over Espinoza, and we're going to be breaking down exactly what he said and what it implies about Floyd Mayweather's lawsuit, the strength, and why this new information could shift this legal battle or the perception of it. So let's get to it. Again, if you want actual details to the lawsuit, check out that first video where I go over the lawsuit. We're not going to be doing that. You're going to get the cliff notes. This is why I format each piece of content so it's something brand new, different topics, no clickbait. Just to recap, Showtime Espinoza was named in this lawsuit. Floyd Mayweather and his lawyer have filed for $340 million. That is over $250 million that he is saying he is owed that went away. And some of the details were alarming. And Floyd is saying stuff like he was kept in the dark. And even though Al Heyman's not a defendant, I'm not sure why. Al Heyman's name as pretty much the mastermind is throughout the documents. But then he's saying that Showtime and Espinoza allegedly conspired along with Al Heyman and, a tax guy. All these people were working in concert to funnel money away from Floyd and keep him in the dark while doing it. So that's what they're going to be battling in the court. But again, it's a large sum of money, $340 million, right? Now, Steven Espinoza, he did a brand new interview, which I'm going to put my headphones on and pull up. Shout out to Compas on the beat. They caught up with Steven Espinoza, and here's one of his responses.
Steven, shifting over to maybe some bad news for you. I don't know, but we got to talk about it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Got to ask you. Trying to get money, a whopping $340 million. He's suing you supposedly. Have you gotten the paperwork for that? What's the latest on that?
I have not seen the paperwork. And I've been in touch with attorneys. Obviously, I've seen the reports. I've seen the descriptions. And as usual, the attorneys don't want me out there publicly saying it. So I can't talk about the specifics of that. But look, I just say as a general statement, my reputation. I've spent my entire career representing fighters, making sure they were getting paid appropriately. I did that for Oscar. I did that for Mike. I've done that for every fighter who's developed under Showtime. And I'm proud of my reputation. I think it's one of integrity. And I've never done anything to make sure that a fighter got less out of, every penny that he deserved. So, lawsuit will take care of it itself. I can't really address it. But I think you guys know my reputation. I stand by that.
I was going to say, you guys worked together for such a long time. I'm guessing there was like a relationship there, maybe a friendship. Are you a little disappointed about it?
I'm definitely disappointed and surprised. I haven't talked to him about it. I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from, but it's a mystery in a lot of ways.
That was Steven Espinoza, Compas on the beat, exclusive, great stuff. I'm disappointed by Floyd Mayweather, and he's basically saying it was a bit of a shock that this came about. Like, he viewed Floyd as a friend, and he was like, y'all know my reputation. You know how I get down. And I have never shortchanged a fighter and didn't give them the guap that they were owed. I give him every red cent. So he's not at liberty to really go into details. And it goes to show you that Espinoza is a consummate professional, because that's exactly what you do. He said the lawsuit will handle itself. You can't, I know the reporters, they're doing their job. They're going to ask the questions. It's a hot question right now, but he told you, I can't really go into detail, but he is disappointed. And he said pretty much it came out of left field.
I'm guessing there was like a relationship there, maybe a friendship. Are you a little disappointed about it?
I'm definitely disappointed and surprised. I haven't talked to him about it. I'm not sure exactly where it's coming from, but it's a mystery in a lot of ways.
It is a mystery in a lot of ways, said Steven Espinoza. And I agree. I mean, for me, when I heard Floyd Mayweather every time, and I've covered his fights, right? I was there and at the post-fight press conference and fight week for Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. I don't know what you're thinking. Right? I was there, credentialed media. And I remember post-fight, Floyd got on the mic thanked Al Heyman, and he usually did this, right? He usually did this where he always said he had a strong team. He had the best team in boxing, right? And he stood by that. First, I want to thank God. I want to thank Al Heyman, Steven Espinoza, because at the end of the day, I got a hell of a team, and I couldn't do this alone, right? I needed help. But then now, look, Yahoo Sports is reporting former Showtime Sports president breaks his silence on Mayweather's $340 million lawsuit, which we're going over right now, in a surprising move that sent ripples through the boxing world. So, yeah, Floyd filing this, and that's funny because this exact picture was after Floyd fought McGregor, because I remember he had that outfit on, he had that sponsorship on his hat. This picture is from the fight that I'm telling y'all I was at. I can tell because I got the video. I filmed the video, right? So I feel Espinoza. He keeping it real. He like, I'm disappointed. This is pretty shocking, and I can't say too much, but it kind of came out of left field. And I think that's how most people in the world of boxing viewed it. And for me, I'm always going to keep it real on my channel and give you guys a serious and real report, especially when we're talking about legal matters. Because then, as a content creator, I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. So I have my own brand and reputation to maintain when I'm putting out videos. We can have fun on some of the other content, but when it's a legal matter, as a content creator, I have to protect my brand as well. So I'm not putting out fake or false claims. We're going straight by the book, right? Because it is a pending legal matter. I've seen it where Tasha K and Cardi B and different YouTubers put certain things out about celebrities, and the way they go about it, they get served lawsuits and sued and cease and desist. So I'm always going to protect. This is what I work for. You know what I mean? So I'm always going to protect that. But anyway, most people are shocked about the lawsuit. It seemed like a pretty tight-knit group, and you never know. Now it sounds like Floyd got back with Richard Schaefer. That's what it appears to be. And we're hearing stories where Floyd, you can type his name in Google, Business Insider, and all these people are reporting of multiple different people, not like one person. But I feel it is not a good look for Floyd, given the fact that you're filing suit asking for a lot of money, but it's being reported that you're being sued for a lot of money, right? Business Insider, Floyd accused in lawsuit of owing millions for luxury watches, gold, and rent on a palatial apartment. And I've already discussed this. We already went over this. Read it and weep. So for Floyd, it looks kind of like some of the reports and rumors could be true. We also heard this story. Remember when Gervonta Davis was like, oh, Floyd trapped in Dubai and he owed them people money and this and that. There's been things that have been circling around. Floyd property, Business Insider also said that he foreclosed on a home. And I know that one of his Vegas homes was listed. I've seen the listing and everything. So is that a coincidence? We're going to find out shortly. But you had no problem with this team, and seemingly everything was good. And then nearly 10 years later, almost, after the Conor McGregor fight and the Pacquiao fight has been over 10 years. Then you come out with like, hey, they were hiding money and siphoning money from me. Hey, where's my money? So we'll see. I can't speculate given the sensitive nature and the timing, but that was Steven Espinoza's official response. He can't speak too much on it. I'm just giving you my opinion at this point. We have to let this play out and see what happens next. But people are definitely going to be tuned in to see where this goes. And I will say this, from looking at the interview with Espinoza, he sounds, this is my interpretation of it, he just really seems more caught off guard as opposed to worried. Let me explain. My perception of watching the interview, he just looks disappointed, and he's saying he's disappointed, right? He doesn't look like, oh man, I hid all of Floyd's money and put it in the Swedish, bank accounts and put his money in Switzerland and all this stuff. And now the chickens have come home to roost, right? And the reason I'm saying that is because if you pulled a scheme on somebody and mismanaged and misappropriated their money, which is what you're being accused of, wouldn't you be a little bit like on guard or on edge? To me, I feel like if you're doing wrong, you're doing dirt, and then you have a potential that you could get caught, I feel like most people would, these aren't like trained actors. He's not Denzel Washington. He didn't really seem like, he literally said the lawsuit will handle itself, right? So it's going to be tough. But again, I'm not a judge and jury. We'll see how it plays out. But coming at this stage of the game, and you have to have some proof of it. And when I went over the lawsuit, which I did, I went over the lawsuit piece by piece, line by line. And there were some things that raised an eyebrow from me where it didn't really make sense. It was like accusatory in nature. You're saying that Stephen Espinoza did this and he had to have known. That doesn't really typically hold up in court, circumstantial or speculative. Like, this is super speculation, right? Where, oh, he had to have known Al Heyman was doing this, or he should have known better. And that was a lot of the language that I read when I read the lawsuit. So I don't know. I'm not part of the plaintiff or the defendant. I'm only a content creator. So we shall see how it all plays out in the court. And that's why we have court and a democracy in the U.S. judicial system in America to solve things like this. So I'll keep you guys updated. Any more news becomes available. For more boxing, definitely subscribe to my channel. I will continue to cover this along with all things boxing on the daily. Make sure you guys tap in with me. Use my link me in the description. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself. Especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate. So ultimately,